have a resolve and a determination and a sense of perseverance. I will persist until I succeed. This thing called life, we see some stuff before. It takes courage. People who are hungry, they are courageous. They want to call their own shots. They don't want somebody jerking them around.
First goal when you open up your eyes should be to focus on the things that ignite your spirit and bring you joy. Focus on
day before you go to bed.
an attitude of gratitude simply makes you feel good. And feeling good is the fuel that drives motivation. And the next thing that I want you to do, as soon as you have this attitude of gratitude going for you, tell yourself you're going to enjoy the day. Say it to yourself, you know what, I'm going to enjoy the day. This is going to be a good day. You all have opportunities to perform your own miracles when life is throwing something at you. Any change that takes place. It's a matter of what you believe.
Reach out and achieve everything that you were born to achieve.
Visualize how you want your life to go. Visualize yourself having fun with your fellow workers, the people you're working for, who are working for you. Doesn't matter. Just visualize yourself achieving the goal.
Say every day, I will do today what others don't, so I will have tomorrow what others won't.
Your time is coming. The right people, the right breaks, favor, restoration, vindication, that's what's headed your way.
We get to choose the way we think, and we can choose to change the way we think. It's always our choice.
Find what you're passionate about. Find something you enjoy. Find something that makes you excited to get up every day, and then pursue that.
That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you.
Every day, work on yourself. Get better. You're a human becoming, not a human being. Work on yourself, get better, and go be a force for change, not a victim of change. Make today your masterpiece. Get up today and get it done. Finish the day, attack the day, and go change your life.
Don't worry about what needs to be done. Think about who you have to be in order to get it done. Focus on what's working in your life rather than fixating on what isn't working.
Get up every day and attack the day. Get after it. Set your priorities for what has to be done today. What do you have to do today before you go to bed?
If you're going to reach your highest potential, and that you are in it for the long haul, you're not going to let people talk you out of it, circumstances discourage you, delays cause you to give up, critical people cause you to get distracted, you're going to
out of bed early.
I walk on the streets, all people are passing by. It's a great day, nobody even cares that I've got a big smile on my side.
There will be things that you don't understand. You'll have plenty of opportunities to get negative. In those, you have to remember your dream.
Smile on your side, on your side. It's a beautiful day while you're singing. Nothing matters to you. The smile is on and the worries are gone. Beautiful day while you're singing. That's fine. It's all, and no worries are gone.
Life is too short to have small expectations and small dreams.
Your thoughts have the incredible power to either minimize or maximize the effect that challenge has on you.
Get up every day and think big thoughts, dream big dreams, and have an amazing life.
I look through the window and I see some clouds above. It's a great day. Nobody even cares that I've got a big smile on my side. It's a beautiful day while you're singing. Nothing matters to you. That's fine. It's on and no worries are gone. Beautiful day while you're singing. Nothing matters to you. That's fine. It's on and no worries are gone.
Yeah. Could give all you got, but life never give change. Pray all you want, the answer is still wait. Starting to doubt when life start to frustrate. But wait, don't lose your faith. Times when you're starting to lose patience. Remember the hard days when God saw you through. He was there from the start. So although they're trying to break you, it's Father God who make you. So just keep the song in your heart. So life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty in your scars. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. Your foundation steady and not shaking. Your bends but not breaking. Your dark clouds will all soon be gone. Life is hard, so hard, so hard. But hold on to God. Hold on to God. Never promise you an easy road, there are trials you must face. Never promise that the weapons wouldn't form, but all of them would fail. There'll be stumbling blocks to break you down while running in this race. But all your broken pieces, God will put it back in place. Times when you're crying on your knees, saying, Father, help me please. Put an angel over me to guide my way. There'll be times you feel like giving up, but know that God is big enough. He's a listening ear to every prayer you pray. Pray. Life can be hard, so hard, so hard. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. There is beauty in your scars. It's no bed of roses, but hold on to God. Your foundation steady and not shaking. Your bends but not breaking. The dark clouds will all soon be gone. Life is hard, so hard, so hard. But hold on to God. 'Cause oh, there's so much peace we often forfeit. And so much needless pain we bear. See, it's all because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. If you know the song, sing, say, what a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. And what a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer.
That's right. That's right. Good morning. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Soul Food in the Morning. Life can be hard, so hard. Just know that it's not a bed of roses. Good morning, my brothers. Good morning, my sisters. Today, another day, a beautiful day. What are you thankful for today? What are you thankful for?
Riding through this wilderness, you know it's not an easy road. Riding through this wilderness, every day in some brand new load. Our forefathers, they drank from the cup. Yes, Moses, Elijah, Abraham, and Jacob. The Messiah was there, yes, my Jesus.
We're gonna get into this one a little before we start with breakfast. Before we have breakfast, that is.
Every day is just a brand new test. Right on through your wilderness.
Ride on through your wilderness. Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning, Andy, and good morning to all our brothers and sisters who are walking the road of progress.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even it's a baby step, but you're making a step every day in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, Andy, what you said just now, the very thought occurred to me this morning that life is not a bed of roses, but still, the best roses, you'll find them on trees with thorns. But, you know, though life might have its hardship and difficulties, we still have to endure. We still have to progress. We still have to advance and move forward.
Yep.
So this morning, Andy, for breakfast, we are going to have a lion meal.
A lion's meal.
A lion's meal.
Wow. All right.
Now, the thought is this, the principle is this. As we walk the road of progress, let us develop the attitude of a lion. As we walk the road of progress, let us develop the attitude of a lion. Now, the lion is the king of the forest, the king of beasts, the king of the jungle. But if you look at a lion, it's not the biggest animal, it is not the tallest animal, it is not the heaviest animal, it is not the smartest animal, neither it is the most intelligent animal. Yet it is the king of the jungle. I mean, the elephant is bigger than the lion, maybe 10 times. The giraffe is taller than the lion. The hyena is smarter than the lion. But yet, the lion is king over them. And what makes the lion the king over all other animals? Though he's not the heaviest, he's not the smartest, he's not the most intelligent, he's not the tallest, but yet he is the king of the beasts, king of all animals, king of the jungle. And this is what makes the lion king. It's attitude. It's attitude. You see, when a lion sees an elephant, he said to his mind, lunch. Or as we take in, he said, breakfast. That is his attitude. This is breakfast. I have lunch here. This is my lunch ticket. Now, when an elephant, despite its size, see a lion, it says eater. He's coming to make me his lunch. And so the lion, with its positive attitude, although he's not the strongest, although he's not the biggest, he's not the most intelligent, he's not the heaviest, but yet because of this attitude, this mindset, that look, he is seeing lunch in front of him. The elephant is seeing eater in front of him. And that's the big difference. It's not about the size. It's not about the height. It's not about the intelligence or the smartness. It is about the mindset. What do you see? You reach the circumstances. How do you see these circumstances? Are you seeing it as something bigger than you, or are you seeing something that you can overcome? And that is what gives us the winning edge, Andy. It is how we view, how we see, what comes to our mind, what are we feeding our mind when we come up. As we said, life can be hard, life can be tough, but how do you see this toughness? Do you see you as winning, or do you see you as becoming a victim? Like the lions, though the elephant is so large, so enormous, just like life circumstances, you know, some life circumstances, they are indeed overwhelming. But the lion doesn't see the height, he doesn't see the weight, he doesn't see the intelligence or the smartness of the elephant. All it is seeing, this is my ticket for lunch. I know that is how we should approach life as we walk through the road of progress, because we are going to meet difficulties. We are going to meet hardship. Sometimes for our own principle, we have to walk this road alone. But somebody said, when you are alone, you are in your strongest state.
You're more powerful.
You're more powerful.
Just like when an animal back is against the wall and you keep attacking him, especially a dog.
Yes.
Or a cat. Well, we all know you can't brace no cat in a corner and say you're beating the cat, because
No.
he can throw him back. But when he throw him back, it's all hell break loose.
Definitely. So that this morning at breakfast, the issue is not the hardship. The right issue is how do we approach these hardships, and our attitude towards hardship. Because life, especially on the road of success, on the road of progress, will present hardships, will require sacrifice, will require hard work, will require sometimes blood, sweat, and tears, in the sense that you have to work, you have to overcome difficulties. But it is our attitude that is going to take us through these things, like the lion, you know, and the way we see things, and the way what we feed to our mind, because our attitude, our thinking becomes our attitude, and our attitude becomes our behavior, and our behavior becomes our lifestyle. So our thinking becomes our attitude becomes our behavior, and our behavior becomes a lifestyle. And let me put it, in a local form. You meet people every day, and some of them will have a very positive outlook. They're like the lion. They see whatever they face in life, as a ticket to something better.
Mm.
And something they say, man, how this man casual, man, this man or this woman reaching out them thing this, but yet they don't look disturbed, they don't look worried or distressed. If I had to face half of those things, I would have become depressed. But is the person's attitude, the person is seeing what we are not seeing, you know. The person is seeing that, look, I have within me the capacity, the right attitude, that I will overcome this, I will get through this. And these are the people who keep moving forward, keep advancing, keep going forward. But then, as I said, some other people would go through less than what they are going through,
Mm-hmm.
and then allow this to they become depressed, they become stagnant, they start to quit, they start to give up, they start to have a pity party, they start to, go around trying to evoke sympathy, and they are not moving forward. They are not like the lion. Somebody said, you have a wolf on the mountain, and you have a wolf climbing the mountain. But the wolf climbing the mountain is hungrier than a wolf on the mountain, on top of the mountain. So as we climb through, sometimes this road of progress goes over mountain. We get to do some climbing, some mountain climbing. But when the mountains come, then we should become hungrier for progress.
I see where you're going with it. I see where you're going with this.
Yes.
Yes. The wolf on the mountain.
Yes.
And the wolf climbing. The hungriest is the wolf climbing because he want to get to the top.
You want to get to it.
The one up there already, relaxed and saying, I made it.
Taking the view.
That is why, the person who's coming second and who's third and fourth, they put in the all into it because the man in front didn't see nobody in front. He see he on cruise mode.
Yes.
He on cruise mode.
Yes.
But it's the man who behind and see me in front and said, nah, boy, I can't make you beat me today. Can't make you beat me today.
Definitely. And another thing about a lion, Andy. A lion leading a flock of sheep will always defeat a sheep leading a pride of lions. A lion leading a flock of sheep will always defeat a sheep leading a pride or a set of lions. Because, you see, the lion leading the pack of sheep will instill the same mentality of winning. So he is able to motivate other sheep. He's able to motivate them. He's in front. He's fighting. He's struggling because he sees lunch ahead. But the sheep leading a set of lions will turn these lions with a sheep mentality.
Leave you all run across the road and get knocked down.
Yes. Yeah,
let's all walk off the cliff.
Cliff and gone, disappear. And that is why, even when we have leaders or mentors in our life, or we choose somebody and say, look, I want to pattern my life, or I want to be like this person. Be careful. Don't choose a sheep.
I was once at the time it was New Street. They had the domino and the nut stand, and a younger guy was playing against an older guy, and two older guys rather, and the big fella say, hey, you goat, I'm with you, eh? You see you playing wrong. So the young man said, "Listen, big man, I'd rather be a goat than a sheep like you. When last you see a goat get knocked down, eh?" And the big fella was all angry.
Yeah.
So the others were like, you can't be angry at the man. The man give you a positive answer.
Definitely.
You calling the man a goat? A goat is more sensible than a sheep.
Definitely.
Because as much as the two of them you want to say are close relatives, right? Some people want to say they're close relatives.
Yes.
The man, when a goat running across the road, the man get enough breaks, you know.
Definitely.
Enough breaks. When he see danger coming, he just turn back. But sheep, when the one run, everybody running across the road.
Everybody. So when you're hitting down more than one. And you know, the goat have, like, it's just like the lion, you know, who we put to lead us, because you may have an army of sheep led by one lion, and you might have an army of lions led by one sheep. But the army of sheep led by one lion is going to defeat the army of lions led by one sheep. Because of the attitude of the lion. And that attitude of the lion now will not only motivate the sheep, but will inspire them, you know, will rub off on them. You know, and they now start to think like a lion. Whereas, on the other hand, the lion led by the sheep, they start to think as a sheep, you know. The lion looking for meat. He's looking for lunch. You know, he got to get his lunch. He's hungry. You know, he got to get this lunch. And so that is why you'll find in the jungle that a lion will chase an elephant.
Yep. Because all the elephant doesn't know how powerful he is, you know.
No.
All he knows is that he's big and gentle. He only get mad and crazy when, you know, people actually, like I said, put him against the wall, put his back against the wall.
Yes.
And even though a lion is that hungry, he's not that crazy to run up to an elephant just like that, you know.
No.
Not that crazy, because I heard an elephant is like, wow, that's sweet dreams.
Yes.
Sweet dreams to him.
Well, you know, the lion just don't run into battles, right? Anyhow, he has a plan. It always has a plan. Always have a strategy. But on its mind, meal is on top of that. But he has his strategies and his plan, his scheme, how he's going to turn the elephant into a meal. Despite the difference in sizes and height and weight and everything, he has a positive mindset that this is my ticket to my meal, but he also have a plan how to turn this gigantic elephant into a meal. In fact, somebody once gave an example that he went to a certain country and he saw a large elephant. And this elephant was tied by a small rope on a stave. But this elephant mindset is that this rope, although with its massive strength, all it has to do is a gentle pull, and it will pull this rope off, break it. But this elephant mentality is that it can only see this rope tying it. And so it remains stand still. It remains stagnant all the time. It doesn't move. And it's only being held by a little rope.
You know, I once saw an illustration of a horse. The rope was tied to a plastic chair, a little plastic chair.
Yes.
And he stood there. Didn't move. Didn't even plan to walk away.
Definitely.
You know? And that is the mentality of a lot of our brothers and sisters.
Definitely, because
You know?
what is keeping us back? We are more powerful than what is keeping us back. But because of our thinking, right? And it go back to thinking gives attitude, attitude gives behavior, and behavior gives your lifestyle.
What are your deepest fears?
Yes.
What are your deepest fears? I was listening to Les Brown.
Yes.
Right? And he said a guy was captured by, I think he said the Japanese or one of the armies. All right? And it was execution time. So the man gave him two options. The man said, you can walk through that door and go into that forest. All right? Or you can face the execution line. The man was like, all right, what is through that door and beyond out there? The man said, the worst of all fears. Right? The next morning, the man wake up and the man stood in front of the firing line. He didn't venture out to see what was beyond,
Yes.
fear. So when he was executed, the general secretary asked him, what is beyond the door? The man said, freedom. Freedom is beyond that door. But to a lot of people, it's fear. The worst of all fear. When you can free your mind, when you can go freely after freely running with your ideas, freely going after your dreams and setting a goal. Freedom.
And definitely, and you know what? Fear is like that little rope that tie the horse to the chair and the elephant to the tree. That little rope. And all they had to do, just like that man, is to go through the door. And he entered into freedom.
Yep. But it was his choice. So the man could tell him, man, take this way, you're going to feel better. It's better you go this way. No, you already made your choice. And that is life in general.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
They say what comes to do. They say what comes to do. Yeah. Life is just like, hey, you want to go that way, no problem. I hope you learn your lesson.
Well, it's just like the elephant and the horse, they could have choose to move. And had the horse moved, then the chair would have moved with it. But they just fear tied them to the chair. Actually, it's not the rope, or the rope is there to see the law pass. It is fear that ties us down to where we are today. It is fear that ties us to poverty. To poverty, to whatever condition, whatever situation. Sometimes you offer a better job, but because you're accustomed to this one, you fear causes you not to go to get a better opportunity in your life.
And sometimes it's the fear of the people around you, fear of your parents, fear of your siblings.
Yes.
They say if you take the word fear, all right, and you use the acronyms, right, with the letters, you can find a working definition of most of our fears. False expectations appearing real. I had to get the correct meaning as to what the acronyms were. I had it in my mind, but I just wanted to ensure that I deliver it right.
And that is true.
We expect a false outcome, and we imagine so vividly that it appears real in our mind. So real that even our body react as though it is happening right now.
You know, we may be speaking to someone or some person and who suffer a setback, maybe in relationship, right, in marriage or relationship, and because of fear, an opportunity is coming. Somebody is loving this person so much, he or she is really interested in this person, but because of fear that it will not work out again, fear that they will get hurt, you know, and so you rather live in the fear than break the cycle of fear. So you go to bed with the fear, you wake up in the morning, you know, right now you're having breakfast with us, and you have this fear here, but you have to break it. You have to break this fear. Whatever the fear is, you have to break the cycle. Or you'll be like the horse tied to a plastic chair. You know, simply tied to a plastic chair. And you have within you, like a horse, you have the power. That chair was insignificant to the horse. You know, I mean, that chair could gallop with that chair, that horse. But still, it remains stand still. Because in the horse mind, I am tied to something. And when I'm tied to something.
Or tied to someone.
Or tied to someone.
Yes. A lot of people out there is you know, they're tied to somebody or think they're tied to somebody.
Definitely.
But they have their freedom.
Freedom is there.
You know.
Freedom is the next step you take.
Yep.
You know, freedom is just one step away.
For a lot of people, it may seem hard because of the situation that they're in, and you know, the words are so juicy. The words kept them chained, or probably it's the words that are keeping you tied to that individual. You know.
Well, Andy, they had a love song long ago. Words and only words I have to steal your heart away.
Yeah, I got to search the one by.
Yes, I think it's by the Osborne or so. But that is so true. And let's talk about this morning. Maybe one of our friends has an addiction, right? And you want, in your heart, you want to break this addiction. You know it is destroying you. It is destroying your relationship. It is destroying your home. It is destroying your future. But, you know, this fear that you cannot break it, it's not that you cannot break it. It's that the fear that you have that you cannot break it. You can do all things in God, you know. But this fear is there that, look, if I don't have this thing, you know, I gonna feel bad. I ain't gonna get through in life. Whatever it is, whatever the thoughts are. But this morning, you can break it. It might be an uphill task, you know. So you'll have some good days and some bad days. First, you'll begin with many bad days and a few good days. But then, as you persevere, you make up your mind. You said, I'm going to break this addiction. I'm going to break the fear of that I cannot break this addiction. And so you started out with many, many bad days, with a 1, 2 good days. But you know what? As you persevere, as you endure, like the lion, you see yourself free. Eventually, the good days are going to be more than the bad days. Eventually, the good days are going to be more than the bad days. And you start to feel the freedom. The freedom. So you got to persevere, because one thing about the lion, as long it sees lunch, it pursues lunch. It's not going to rest. It's not going to stop until it makes that elephant or whatever animal its lunch. It decides this is lunch.
This is lunch.
This is lunch. It's not looking in no other direction. This is lunch.
You know, somebody just sent a quote here. It says, sometimes your opportunity is a few doors down from the few doors you've been knocking on. All right? But
Yes.
by being scared of rejection of the previous doors you've knocked on, right? Previous experiences and so forth, you don't want, it would lead you to not go in, not keep knocking in. And I was listening to Les Brown also. He said when he was a salesman, you know, himself and his friend, you know, they keep knocking at the door. Excuse me, ma'am, would you like to buy a TV? Excuse me, sir, would you like to buy a TV? And the answers are always, no, get from here. So the first few no's himself and the friend received, you know, the friend was like, bye, I ain't able with this at all, bye. This is not for me. I ain't accustomed to this. And he went back to the car. The man said, link me when you finish. All right?
Yes.
He said the problem was, and which brings us back to being hungry, like the lion.
Yes.
You know, he said the problem was that the guy had his family to take care of him, his mother and his father, his siblings. He had nobody. He was adopted and his mother was sick. So he had to go and look for it. He didn't mind the no. He just turned it into something different that, all right, good. The next person might say yes. The next person might say yes. There's a yes till it turned into, there's a yes out here somewhere.
Definitely.
I will find that yes. You know? So you got to be hungry.
Definitely.
Got to be hungry.
You know, hungry enough to go for it. No matter what disappointment you might reach. And this is every aspect of your life. I know what? We're still on the road of success. So, at the road of progress. So, on the road of progress, you know, you got to be hungry to make the next step. You got to be hungry to endure and to continue, because if you're not hungry enough, you're not go for it. You got to become hungry and thirsty and say, look, I am going to make this. Just like the addiction, you know, I have to break this. I'm hungry for freedom. I have to come out of this. And so even when there are bad days, you're still hungry for the good days.
Which brings us back to reciting that poem.
Yes.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Correct.
It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. And which brings us back to that seed of greatness being planted within you. You are born with it.
Yes.
You know? So your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. And that goes to our young brothers and sisters who are now coming up.
Definitely.
You have to be in the gang, because if you're not in the gang, you wouldn't be cool. You know? You're a brilliant young man or a brilliant young woman. You know, but you're frightened. Your friends them might call you a nerd because you're always on point with your answers, and you're always coming up with this little technique to you know, if it's a project you guys are doing, you're always coming up with the right solution that would probably get you guys an E. But because you're frightened, your friends them what they might call you, what they might say, you know, you shrink, you dim your light.
Definitely.
You know. We're all meant to shine as children do. We are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. You know? It is not just in some of us. It's in everyone. And as we decide and we come to a point that, hey, I'm going to be the lion. Or
Definitely.
I'm going to go after it like Barnaby said, like the jaguar. I'm a jaguar.
Yes.
You know? Or as Tariq, they say jaguar. You know? As we decide that, hey, I'm going to let this light shine. You know, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine.
Shine, definitely.
All right. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same.
Definitely.
Because as we're liberated from our fears, our presence automatically liberates others.
Definitely.
So it is not time to be playing small. We almost to that 100 day. Tomorrow is going to be the 70th day of progress. We're going to reach the 100 day. I mean, for me also, it was a struggle at some point because this is something new that I'm venturing into.
Yes.
And this is a message to those people who like the thing to be perfect. All right? If you're bringing out something, somebody must say, wow, oh my. But if you keep waiting for that moment for people to say, wow, whoa, you're losing all of the time in between there. That is what I figured out the last 10 to 12 days.
Yes.
You know? Work with what you have, where you're at, and keep improving on it.
Definitely.
Keep improving on it. Because when I do look around and I see other people posting videos on TikTok and so forth, and Instagram, you know, it's just a run and gun thing. And look, I trying to perfect my thing to make it, you know, this perfect piece of thing, idea. But you live and you learn, you know, and it's good when you got people around you.
Definitely.
That are very, 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 very close to you, you know.
Yes.
You know where I'm coming from, sir?
Yeah, yes. Definitely.
It's good when you get those kind of people. I was looking at a quote. Let me see very quickly. And it was kind of like, all right, good.
Yes.
When you have people around you who see your potential, not what you could become potentially because you know you're just lagging there. Yes, they can see that within you, but if you don't want it for yourself, it's kind of like you're saying carrying the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink the water.
Right.
You know. Or you can take the pig out to the mud, but you can't take the mud out the pig.
Mud out of the pig.
You know. When you got somebody by your side who want to see you do great things, who see your potential and say, hey, this is you. It kind of brings us back to the sweet soap and the salt soap kind of people.
Definitely.
You know?
Tough love.
Mm-hmm. Your friends or your gang that you're with at the moment can gas you up. Don't bother with them. You with the right crew. Don't bother with them. We can make things happen. But you gotta do it for yourself. If you don't do it for yourself, nobody can ever do it for you. They can try, yes, but you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe.
Definitely.
You know, as bad as you want to breathe, that is the only way you're gonna have it. You gotta be hungry enough that you want to eat. You know, you know, sometimes you're hungry and you see the egg. You say, well, you see the rice. You say, nah, by egg and rice can got to work. Or butter and rice.
Definitely.
With little pepper. Something got to work.
Yeah, because you're very, very hungry, you know.
Plus, you might find a lime, a little sugar. So you know what I mean? Swank. You mightn't get ice, but it can work.
Yeah.
It can work. You're taking pipe water with a little warm. You can take a little water in the bucket with a little chill. Little chill.
You know, and my mother tried that strategy on me, you know, growing up. I never loved squash. And that was the only thing my mother had to cook. and she cooked it, and there was no, she didn't have anything to cook for me because that was the only thing at home, and I refused for a couple of hours. But when I get hungry, I mean, that was one of the sweetest thing I ever eat. You know?
It's hard to work.
He had to work, and the thing is, I'm still eating squash up to today.
Why you're making joke with hunger? You're making joke when you're back against the wall and your bills got to be paid. What? Means that even if you got to stay up whole night.
Yes.
And put in the work. It got to work.
Got to work somehow. It has to work.
Have to. You know. And I mean, for actually being here, saying stuff to people that, hey, you got to do this, must do this. You know, like I said, when you want something to come out perfect, you want people to say, wow, this is good. You know. That is the case with a lot of people with their ideas, a lot of people with their talent, their gifts. You know, they're waiting on the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity. But this is the perfect moment. This is the perfect opportunity. Just do something, anything, and like we all usually say, just ensure that you're moving. Whether you crawl or you roll, just ensure you're moving. You know? So,
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, and then it's so, you know, and with that in mind, like the lion, right? It is our thinking, excuse me, that is so important, you know, and that is why we have to make sure we are thinking the right thoughts. We are centering our mind on the right ideas. And, you know, for centuries, the lion is the king of the jungle and nobody has ever dethroned him. The lion is still the king of the jungle. Because it is the lion's thinking. You know, nobody had to give him a crown. And said, you are the king. He made himself king by thinking, acting, and behaving like a king. And every one of us can enjoy progress when we think progress and we act progressively. And we are prepared to go all the way. Because not every day going to look progressive. Sometimes you're making progress and you realize it's progress you're making. But you have to keep on it. As Andy was saying, that you don't have to wait for the perfect moment to bring out your ideas or whatever it is. Every moment can turn into perfection.
Yep.
So instead of waiting for the perfect moment, turn the moment into perfection. Utilize the moment. And if you come out with a perfect product first time, then you have nothing to compare it with. You have no way to assess your progress. But when you come out with today, you put out your product, and then 1 week after, you look back at the first product and what you have now, you can compare, you can see the progress, you can see the improvement, you can see the development. And so there's no, don't wait for the perfect moment, don't wait for the perfect person, because there are people in their mind, they have what it takes to be the perfect person, and so they're waiting until they start to hope that one day they will reach the perfect person. And then it come a time in their life when they try to make somebody perfect. You know, they wait till they hope, and then when it's not working, they try to get somebody, make somebody into the perfect person.
Wrong deal.
Wrong deal, because the person is original. It cannot be a duplicate of somebody else. So you and I have to make the moment perfect. We can't wait. We can't sit down and said, oh, I'm waiting for the moment. I'm waiting for the time. Some people went to a point, Andy, sad to say, they said, no, wait for God.
they became till the wait on God so much that they became the guy who invited God to lunch.
Definitely. and it's the other way wrong. God is waiting on us. You know, God. This person say, "Oh, I'm waiting on God." You're not quoting. I'm waiting on God, man. You can send somebody. You're not looking for a job. I'm waiting on God, man. God don't call me to sit.
Faith without works.
Yes, faith without works is dead. You know, you're not starting the business. Man, I'm waiting for God to tell me when to start.
You wait once again. You're waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Definitely. And now when the opportunity is not coming because you're not doing anything, now you put God in the picture.
And then you're blaming God when you can't get where you want.
Yeah, because you turn around to God and say, God, look how I serve you. Look at us go to church. Look at us do. I always go to church. And you know, I know this man, he not go to church, but I go into church, and that man progress. It's just because the man get more faith than you will go to church.
Yep. He acts and he keep working towards
and he
it.
keep working. He keep progressing while you sitting waiting on God.
From the sweat of thy brow.
You shall eat bread. In fact, God found the man easier to deal with because the man ready to move, and God is ready to move with him.
Even though he didn't get it, he's still working towards it.
He's working towards it.
Knock and the door shall be open. But even though the door open, you got to walk in.
Definitely.
You were invited in, you got to walk.
No, I put on my Sunday best sitting in church and say, God, I'm waiting for you.
Sadly, that's the case of a lot of brothers and sisters.
Unfortunately.
You know?
Religious people.
A lot of people I know are thankful. I mean, it's not the right thing to say are thankful for the pandemic because it has brought out something within them.
Yes.
They were actually placed against the wall, the back against the wall, so they had nowhere else to move but forward. You know? Who realized that, you know, the secret recipes that were passed down from generations to generations, they are now a chef. They are now a cook. Some people have found their craft. You know, they can do a lot of craft now. Some people, that business that they were afraid to start, or that business they were thinking of but didn't have the time to really put the work into it. You know, when they had the lockdown and a lot of people were laid off, one man said, you know what? As long I wanted to do some farming, you know, all of the land that I got from families up on the East Bank, you know, the man went ahead. The man said, you know what? Pandemic, you can't go nowhere. The man said, hey, yeah, try right there going on the farm. And now the man don't even want to leave his farm.
Yeah, it brings us back to the lion and the elephant with the pandemic. We either look at the pandemic from a lion's point of view, that the lion see opportunity, or we look at it from an elephant point of view, that, oh, this is a devourer, this is a eater.
This is death.
This is death. But the lions would see, this is meal, this is opportunity. I can now take my time, I can as you said, Andy, my abandoned land, the land was there all the time. Now I can turn it into riches.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all of us have space at our front yard or backyard, side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
We have to spend much money to slash it and weed it or whatever it is, and we can turn that into living. We can plant a few things.
Yep.
Especially now.
Or a little kitchen garden.
Our little kitchen garden, do it as a family project. One man don't have to do it. One do the weeding, one do the tilling, and the family come together and water it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when it bare, the family have breakfast together.
Yep.
And can sell the extras.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it is how we see life. If we see it with a lion's mentality or we see it with an elephant mentality. Because we can turn anything into our advantage.
Yep. Anything into our advantage. And most times it's only when we're forced to be on the defense. Then is when a lot of people see the true power.
Definitely.
Like the elephant.
Yes.
When he's forced to defend his family or her family, the little one that the lion is coming to attack.
Right.
Man. I was looking at a documentary where a pride of lions tried to attack a baby elephant.
Mm.
All right. And they gave chase and the elephant started to run. And when the mother realized that the baby was falling back, and the mother decided to charge and uproot and tear down and showcase the anger.
Yes.
All man scatter. And I know we're going off track here again, but that is the case with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people try to attack them like the lion.
Yes.
But when they do get on the defense, it's full craziness. And then is when you get to hear that is the bad person. Attacking something there, right, Pastor?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you there's a quiet person in the neighborhood. You go his or her way. Don't think. But then sometimes people look at meekness as weakness. And so they decide to, to interfere with the person or to start to think that they could take advantage. But when the person turn around, then I say, man, we see the true colors. The colors was always there.
There's a hidden colors.
Yes.
The person was just hiding the thing. They concrete it and left it like John Wick. They're going about the business and the lifestyle, calm and quiet, just being meek and mild, meek and humble, But had to go and raise
up the bee. Then there's no cover.
No cover,
Well, when they look at the business at first, they were just seeing the honey. Meek, they was a weak. They just see the honey, and then they do one touch the hive. Then all the bees start to come out.
Peter pay for Paul and Paul pay for all.
Yes, and not only that, then you hear who attacked who said who, and who never said that. Everybody looking for cover.
Everybody looking for cover because nobody want to be touched by the mud.
No.
That is being pelted around.
Yeah.
But we all know what the mud we talking about, right, Guyanese Storm?
Yes, we know.
I know a lot of people are having a grand feast this morning.
Well, we say it's a lion's meal,
A lion's meal, and you might be the unfortunate one, to feel the blunt of that whole stuff there.
Yes.
Let's put it relationship-wise. I know we're running past the time, but this is an important meal.
Yes.
Let us put it relationship-wise. You've been abusing your wife or your husband, for the last 6, 7, 8 months, but something there is ticking. Something there is ticking. You know, they say like certain signs.
Yes.
Taurus, Leo, and those people, you know, that
Yes.
is texting long before they get upset. But when they get upset, our craziness break out. Everybody just get it. You know, you might be abusing this individual,
Yes.
poking at them, speaking at them, saying things at them, and suddenly it's just a sudden outburst that left you are shocked and like, wow. You know, so be careful.
Definitely.
Be
You know, it
careful.
says a wounded tiger is more dangerous.
Mm.
A wounded tiger is more dangerous. So, it goes to abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You may abusing somebody, whether it's physically or in words, or treating somebody unfairly on the job or whatever it is, in the home. But remember, you're wounding that tiger, and that tiger, when he's wounded, is more dangerous.
Mm.
So, and maybe for a while you may think that, you know, this person is not fighting back, is not doing anything. So it like encourage you to continue.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's a volcano building up.
Mm.
And when it come out, you can't handle it.
You know?
Not because she's quiet, you know, and she don't tell you anything, mean that she can't represent herself.
All it takes is one moment, one sudden blow,
Definitely.
and that's it.
Yes, and not because he is quiet or he's not telling you anything. I mean, you don't communicate with each other or whatever it is. You keep abusing it. Maybe you're a child. Parents love you, right? And you're abusing it. Eventually, they are going to start to act up. They are not going to give you those privileges and those opportunities that you had.
Mm-hmm.
So never try to abuse a person. Never try to abuse a situation.
Never try to take advantage of somebody.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. You know, they like say a thing, you're tiger without stripes, you lose your stripe.
We're still a tiger.
Still a tiger, and you still got a tiger mentality.
Yes. Yes, somebody might get a little older.
Which kind of brings us back to the point you can take a pig out of the mud, but you can't take the mud out the pig.
Definitely.
You can never change that lion's or that tiger mentality. There's still that by name and nature.
Definitely. In fact, Andy, they did a research that I saw on where they put cameras on the cats.
Mm-hmm.
People have as pets in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in New York, these cats, they get them, perfume them, shampoo them, everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they put the camera them after the master or the mistress gone to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And they show that although you have the cat there and you perfume, shampoo, and the instinct is still there.
Mm.
And the cat sometimes will disappear from the house, disappear from the apartment, and go into the street and live a real cat life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then in the morning, before it know when its master would wake, and so come back and sit down as a gentle, loving, delicate cat, and they're hugging him up and kiss him up and all kind of thing. They don't know he been all night. They don't know it been all night. So, you know, as the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover, not because somebody may look placid or they're trying to live a peaceful life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You try to overstep, you know, your boundary.
Mm.
It's better, the quieter they look, better for stay over your boundary. Stay over your boundary.
Indeed. I know Sister Seam is waiting
Yeah,
eagerly.
definitely.
So, sir, thank you very much for
Thank you, Andy. Thanks to Miss Pearl and Miss Naomi and all the rest of the Christie family, the staff. And I'd like to join with you, Andy, and encourage everybody to support Little Rock, the TV, the radio station, and all the other businesses. Go in, talk to receptionists, see where you can support. And, you know, it will all add up to a total package.
Yes, indeed. Well, just in case somebody would like to make a connection with you.
Oh, definitely. Anybody can call me at any time at 332-0267. 332-0267. You can call me and we'll have a conversation and maybe pray together. Whatever you think will be of help and encouragement to you. No condemnation, no judgment, nothing. Just we have a little conversation.
Express yourself how you want to express yourself.
Definitely. You can express yourself. You can say what is on your mind, you know. And you don't have to be afraid. Everything will be confidential.
All right, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you, Andy.
All right.
Riding through this wilderness, every day in some brand new load. Our forefathers, they drank from the cup. Yes, Moses, Abraham, and Jacob. The Messiah was there. Yes, my Jesus. Examples were set just to guide us.
Sister Simo.
Hi, good morning, Andy. How are you doing this morning?
Bless, man. Bless. No complaints at all. No complaints.
Okay. I hope all the other listeners had a well-slept night. My little thing this morning is seeing that we are in the week of International Women's Day. I want to speak particularly to the teenage girls. You know, some of them quit school because of pregnancy or some form of thing, and they feel that, okay, fine, they come out, they got pregnant, and the life is over for them. But no, I want them to know that life is not over for them. If they got pregnant and come out of school, they could still do CXC. They could still further studies. They could get a little job to help themselves and still pay and get their CXC done. You know? Because some of us will condemn them, you know, and say, she went to school and look, she come out with, there she CXC and barely. No, let us elders don't do that. Let us talk to these young girls and let them know that life is not over for them. They have to still wear their crowns as females. They could go do other things, do something like hairdressing or something, and get some money and start their life all over again. They could still write exams. This year you could write a 2 subject, and then next year you could write a 2. And the other year you could write a 1, and you get 5 subjects, and you could get a job. But when you go and you continue making the same mistakes, that is where you err, you know? You come out, okay, fine, for some reason or the other. But then again, you could pull yourself up. There's so many places that you could go and do free courses right now.
Yep, Humanitarian Mission Guyana Inc. is one of those places.
Right. And you know, you could get a free certificate, graduate, and do like a little hairdressing, nails, cooking, or something. Because I was speaking to a teenager girl yesterday, and you know, she was telling me that, you know, sometimes she feel like giving up. No, don't give up. We're not going to give up on life. Life is so precious, you know. As you can recall some persons overseas on the life machine, I know for sure that they're glad if they had life.
Man, listen,
Like, you know?
all these folks who, you know, would like to give up on life, all you got to do is just take a walk into the New Amsterdam Hospital if you're around here. Just do a little visitation, you know? Visiting hours, just do a little visitation. You're going to see how many people are trying to hang on to life. How many people want to live probably to see their grandkids or see their daughter forest born or their son forest born. You know, trust me. Then you'll have a different outlook and see, well, wow. Or just take a walk to a funeral in your area. and see how persons are saddened by the loss of their loved one. You know?
Yeah, so I was
So-
telling her, I said, no, don't give up because you're pregnant. You understand? You go through and watch it wherever come. You will have assistance. You could go and do your little courses, man. Right now, the life is so good with the courses. Sometimes you don't have to pay for. You just go through with it, and the end of thing 3 or 6 months, 6 weeks, and all I know to get course for. Get a little certificate, do what you got to do, you know. You could even go to a salon and say, here, ma'am, just look at my performance. I want to pay for the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, but see how I'm doing. And next, you know, that person in charge will take you because you're plaiting fast. You're
Yep.
stitching fast.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
you're
Solid
waxing
point.
fast.
Solid
And-
point.
Right, and then again, you can shape a brow even better than the person there. You have a talent within you.
Because
There's
now
like-
now you're hungry than those people who are out there.
Yes.
You need it. You don't want it, you need it. You know?
And you have something inner in you that you don't even know. And sometimes you start going to the salon, you're washing them towel. They even ask you to wash them towel. You go and do this, you're a busybody in the salon.
Your focus different.
Right, I know that person will observe you. Or if you go to a snack and say, here, man, I would just help you wash dishes. Next thing you know, you tell them, I can make pastry, you know. And they try you. And then you automatically become the pastry maker. You know. Or I can make bread, you know. You're just watching and helping them with the bowls and so.
Or I
Next
can make
you know,
I can make a bad pepper pot.
yes, next you know.
My mother showed me, my grandmother, my great grandmother showed me how
Right.
to make though.
But you yourself didn't know you had that talent in you. We have things in us that we don't really know until a situation happens, you know.
That
A
is why
survival.
that
A
is why I
fighting for
usually say
survival.
all of those crazy little ideas that you're having or you have, you know, write them down. You can make them sound crazy or look stupid at the moment. But when you come to that crossroad, when your back is against the wall, and you remember your back through the book, or you happen to find that book, you said, let me go through this book and see what idea I've written down. Then is when, you know, it's going to come clear that, hey, this is the moment for this right here. You know, it's like putting together a table with a lot of jigsaw puzzle pieces. You know, you know this piece you gotta go somewhere, but you can put it one side until.
Yes, so true.
And when the moment do arise and you say, oh, I know this piece is for here.
Right.
Yep, think about it. That's just life.
And
You made a mistake, but it's not
Right.
a mistake. That is experience right there.
it makes you stronger.
Yep.
So they have a lot
Yep.
of young person out there with a similar situation. You understand? Don't give up. Girls, continue wearing your crown. You have a talent there, but it's the way you move after you make that mistake. It's the turn that you make in life. You know, sort yourself, but don't turn back and read the same way that you start. No, turn and go further, a different angle. You know, don't give up. I can remember well, Andy, when I just finished school, I wait no results. I don't want a job. I go and do hairdressing at the head of Theatre. They had a salon there, Shoba Salon. I didn't know nothing but hair. I go there and I start with them girls. One of them was my friend Martha. She's in the States now. And I go and I start washing towel. And so the salon got busy on Saturday. And I start put curlers in here. And I start with them girls see my ability. Every 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I used to go there and help out. And Saturday, I collect $200. And then I go into my nursing, my real job. You understand? But I go there and I watch. I had no experience with hair. And I start doing brows. I start doing things in the salon, busy, you know? So we might not get everything that we want for the first time. And then we say, we don't get a child. Or we come to school, what comes to do? No. It's not what comes to do. It's what you have to do.
Yep.
You make something good out of your life.
Those ideas and those dreams aren't going nowhere, you know. They're waiting on you. You know, according to some of the speakers, I think is Prince E. He was one. He said, what are you going to tell, all right, the spirits of the gifts you haven't tapped into? What are you gonna tell them when they come around the side of your bed when it's that time to leave?
Right.
You know, they say, we came to you, we are here, we were here. What have you done? Don't wait until that moment to live in regrets, you know.
Yes.
That is why most of the ideas that I got, I just try to work on them.
So true.
It might sound crazy, or it might look stupid at the moment, but I do something. And look at
Yeah.
it. Now it's when it's playing out. Extreme Adventure Travel and Tours was just a name I had in mind. You know? Extreme Adventure Tours. But, you know, my brother, Mr. Selvin Semple, we usually ride and go all over the place. You know, at that time we went to Kokwani with our late brother, Mr. Carlos. You know? And we decided that, you know what? When we took the photos and so forth, persons were like, yo, the next time you're going, you carry me, but I can't ride motorbike though. You can carry me in a bus. Travel and tours. It was an idea way back since when. So we just meshed it. The man said, travel, put travel in it. You know, travel and tours. Because we're traveling and going all over the place. Plus we carrying on a tour.
Yeah.
You know? Eastwise Photography. Or something long in the making. You know, Country Pride TV, very, very long in the making. It was just a little idea, a crazy idea, you know. But look at it now. Soul Food was just a little idea I thought of. I didn't have the name as yet, but it was an idea, you know, to do an early morning program. And Miss Pearl gave me the opportunity, thanks to Miss Pearl, Auntie Pearl. And, you know, right away the name came in. You know, you want to give people something to start out with in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like breakfast. You know, kind of like whether they say soul food. Yes, soul food in the morning. That is where soul food came out from, you know. So yeah, think about it, my brothers and sisters. I'm just laying out these little examples so that you'll know that, hey, there's greatness within you, and you got to keep tapping into it, man. Use it up, don't waste it.
Don't waste it at all. So
It's because you can come in like your phone, like your data.
Yes.
If you can keep tapping it up, it gone.
It's so true.
It gone. Even though they say it can roll over, you gotta tap up before it roll over.
So true, so true. So we have our talent in there and use it, you know. Don't give up because of coming out to school or because of pregnancy. Come on, girls. We are queens for tomorrow. We need to lift up our heads. We need to do things for us. And then again, you have to look at your friends around you, you know. Be among positive persons. Right? Because they will say, I get a child. Man, yo, we don't get children. What we could do? No. They have so much you can do. Then you won't make the child and give the grandmother the child and burden that old woman with a child. No, you can support yourself as well as the child by making use of you as an individual. So be useful to yourself, you know. The mistake that you make, okay, you can correct it, you know.
Yep.
And don't take yourself a fall. It's when you fall, you got to look at the time you jump up quick, right? Take brace or break the fall. You know when we got to slide down, we put we hand and we break it or something. Come on. We can make it.
Yep.
Don't give up because you have a child, or don't give up because you leave school. You can go back and do CXC if it's one subject you pay for. You know, and when you end up, it's one subject, it's every year you write CXC. Within 3 years, if you write 2 subjects a year, at the end of 3 years, you have 6 subjects.
Indeed.
And if you know the advertisement now, they want 5 CXC, you don't get 6. You have an extra 1. You are ahead of time.
What? Look, you got to knock on the door as soon as you show up, they open. Hey, come on in. Welcome.
Welcome. You see the vacancy is 5 and plus. You get 6. Come on. You could make it. But you have to start small. If you
Plus, look at it. You've had so many work in between. You're experienced. You deal with people before.
Yeah.
You know. So when you show up and what were you doing for the last? I worked here. I worked there. You worked with a lot of people. So we need your kind of skill.
Yeah, and you won't say because a young girl and me, she walking in the office and I there as a maid at somebody sweeping out like a CD place or like a phone place or something, and I just the maid there. You're the maid there, but you there, but then again you have intentions not to be there for long. You know, but you take what you have until you get the right thing to do.
Yep.
Forget about pride. Forget about pride. Pride, forget to put him away. You deal with you. Start with a little thing, what you want to do to get some money, and then you get yourself the right thing to do. I know persons who clean and pay for CXC, you know, and get their subjects. You know, so if you have a child and then when you get a child and you drop out of school and then the person you get a child for, he gone. He looking for somebody, you know, who will get a child, so give another child. You understand? So what you have to be careful are the choices you make out there. The road, girls, the road is not easy. So please take your time and do your steps. Do the catwalk and sort yourself out. You are beautiful inside and outside. You can make it. The song, you can make it through the rain. And this song, yeah, you can make it. But it's how much you try. You have to try to make it. So don't give up. Don't say of giving up. Life is priceless. You know? And life, if you live the right life and how you make your life, man, you want to live and live and live. You want your body come forget old. If you understand. When your body got come, I getting old, man. I don't want my body come because life is so nice to me. You understand, Andy?
Yep.
So that is my little thing this morning, you know.
That was quite a mouthful.
Yeah, let young girls, I'm speaking on the girls this week because it was Women International Day, the week is not finished. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams.
Sister Seema, the following up the status and the messages. No, man. Well said. Thank you, Sister Seema, for a positive message. Yes.
Okay, Auntie. You take care and you have a blessed day. And all the other listeners, and especially to the young girls, take 5 minutes of your time and listen what I tell you this morning. Something must soak in.
Something must
soak in.
In case they may catch it, where can they catch you?
Oh, they can catch me on my landline, 332-0617, 697-7049, or 648-3594.
All right, Sister Seema, thank you very much for your time.
Yes, Andy. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes, my brothers and sisters, Soul Food in the Morning, right here in 88.5 Rock FM. And we're almost at that time, you know. But here's a little something to keep you thinking.
You know it's not an easy road.
One of our very own, Mr. DeAndre Eiffel.
In some brand.
Listen.
Our forefathers, they drank from the cup. Yes, Moses, Elijah, Abraham, and Jacob. The Messiah was there. Yes, my Jesus. Examples were set just to guide us. Right down through your wilderness.
Even though it's a wilderness, we gotta keep pushing.
Right.
We gotta keep moving.
Wilderness success comes from the efforts you invest. Right down through your.
Man, I'm telling you, that's all the time I have for you here in the studio today.
And you test. Right up.
Gonna be back tomorrow, same time, same place, for another edition of Soul Food in the Morning, right here in 88.5 Rock FM. We're yours truly, Mr. Andy Henry, aka Andy Eastwise.
And you want as you run life's races, energizing you want.
And here is where we encourage you to be productive, be progressive.
You standing and complain.
The 69th day of progress. Tomorrow is going to be the 70th day of progress, which leaves us with 30 more days to go.
Understand that every day is
that first 100 day of progress.
Through your wilderness.
Let us do what needs to be done.
From the efforts you in.
Let us just do, all right?
Through your.
You might have an idea. You're waiting on the perfect moment. This is your perfect moment. Make good use of it. All right? Thanks to all the folks that were tuning on the live. Thanks to all the folks that were tuning via traditional radio. All right? Gonna be back tomorrow, like I said. Same time, same place. Until then, peace. Yeah, by God. Bye-bye. Here's Mr. DeAndre Eiffel from the top. All right?
Get down on your knees and pray.
Be blessed, my brothers and sisters. Peace.
Right on through your wilderness. Understand that every day is just a brand new test.
You're rocking with the best in the business. 88.5 Rock FM. You're rocking with the best in the business. 88.5 Rock FM.
Oh me mama, this a me song a play today.
Riding through this wilderness, you know it's not an easy road. Riding through this wilderness, every day in some brand new load. Our forefathers, they drank from the cup. Yes, Moses, Elijah, Abraham, and Jacob. The Messiah was there, yes, my Jesus. Examples were set just to guide us. Right on through your wilderness, understand that every day is just a brand new test. Right on through your wilderness, success comes from the efforts you invest. Right on through your wilderness, understand that every day is just a brand new test. Right on through your wilderness, success comes from the efforts you invest. One day you'll find the oasis, useful as sugar support in heavenly places, cheering you on as you run life's races, energizing you on a spiritual basis. And though it's hard, victory's at the end of the road. What's the use in standing and complaining? Same God who gives you cool from the sun won't be a covering shade when it is raining. Right on through your wilderness, understand that every day is just a brand new test. Right on through your wilderness, success comes from the efforts you invest. Right on through your wilderness, understand that every day is just a brand new test. Right on through your wilderness, success comes from the efforts you invest. Trotting through this wilderness, you